Look, when something is good, I don't like to change. It was good.
Hey people, what's up? It's June. It's June, and it is the 3rd of June already. I have a review to do, and I also just want to just say hello and thank you, and that's giving a lot of light off. I want to thank you folks for your lovely feedback on that last video that I showed where I shared with you a track from my album Flyover, which I released. You know, I'm bad with time anymore. Was it 2014, 2015? But I love hearing the feedback from folks, and especially the fact that you like it. Of course, I know it's good. Part of what got me to upload the video, I made that a couple of years ago using open source psychedelic video, like you can see on those long form kind of trance sort of videos where the music is real generic. I just chose some of that footage and put it to this track, flipped for my own enjoyment. And then what got me to share it is knowing that my new album is coming out. I finally got the video for the new album, for the single, but I can't show it yet. You know, I gave it to the label. It's up to them. And so the hardest part in making records is waiting. And so I wanted to share something. I wanted to do something. So I uploaded that. And I'm still very, very happy and proud of this album. It's been sold out vinyl-wise for quite a while now. But I want to show it again because this is really pretty. It is. When I made this, I said at the time this was really starting to pop, where people were making albums with these designs and that multicolored stuff, and I said, I want one of those. And so I did. But I'm really excited about my new album. My new album is better than this, and this is good. This is very good. Jim Fields, if you saw his comment on the video, it was because of Jim Fields hiring me to write the soundtrack for his film Flyover Country that led to me making this album. So I want to give credit to Jim Fields, who is a great guy. Great guy. And I hope if you want to, Jim, that you get a chance to make more film. Everything is crazy because of economics. So I got in the mail yesterday from Matt Parker Jazz in Britain, the latest release on their incredible label, Jazz in Britain. And I'm going to blow them up because I think these guys are tuned into a treasure trove of amazing historic music from England. This group of musicians that their releases are centered around, I think, are extremely important, not just to me personally, but in the larger picture. And this music needs to be heard. Ian Carr, who started the band Nucleus. This is Ian Carr double quintet solar session. It sounds like this is a tape of either some rehearsals or some where they're putting the music together. There's a flavor to this music, and I'm thinking a lot of things, and they're all coming together at the same time. What I'm trying to say, first off, is for me, the sound of Ian Carr's playing is special. There's a nostalgic aspect to it to do with my life. I got turned on to Nucleus while I was still in high school. My friends from overseas who were in the Air Force, Paul and his brother Jerome brought this back from France. And when I was getting to know them and we were partying and getting to know each other and playing a lot of music, I really liked this album in their collection. And I remember Paul in particular thinking it was kind of boring. So he gave it to me. So that's why it's beat. Because it's, this is a high school copy. This is what, this has been partied to death. But the sound of this album, the approach by Ian Carr musically overall, and then also Chris Spedding's guitar, to be honest, has a real special place in my heart. And so the sound of Ian Carr's playing, the way he puts music together, I think it's real special. And absolutely, this is a fantastic addition to the library of music available of those excellent musicians, Ray Warley, isn't he on here? Or is it Ron Mathewson? Ron Mathewson, with Jeff Klein on bass as well, John Marshall, all the cats, you know what I'm saying? Harry Beckett, Brian Smith. You folks that already know that this is the shit. This is dope, okay? I feel extremely privileged, to be honest with you, Matt, to be chosen to help spread the word, and you sending me review copies. Excuse me, because this stuff isn't making it into the stores over here in Omaha, Nebraska, unfortunately, because, again, they would sit. It's not that it's not good. They wouldn't sell because people in this area, the knowledge of this music is so limited. So I'm really happy to do my part to try to share the wealth, share the knowledge. Keep it going, Jazz in Britain. Couple more things to show before I go. This is making more and more sense to me. It's really taking me a long time to really understand Flying Lotus's approach to production and what's actually going on in his music. But it's starting to really make sense. I mean, just like the graphics, the music is, I'll use the word psychedelic. There's so much going on to try and pay attention to that his sound is taking a while to really settle in for me. But Flying Lotus is badass, and I really do like this. All aspects of it, including the hip-hopness of it, the rapping, and the dodgy beats, which is all the rage. I still like a straight quantized beat myself. Prefer it, okay? Found this yesterday. Drastic Plastic finally reopened after COVID, local record store. And I didn't know this was out. Massive Attack versus Mad Professor Part 2. And this goes back, I have some of these actually on 12-inch singles, but I saw it in the store. I said, hey, let me grab it. Beautiful color. Not that doesn't matter, but it's like I didn't even know it was colored vinyl until I opened it. Love Massive Attack and love Mad Professor. And these are great. I love how it starts on the first one. They use Metal Postcard by Siouxsie and the Banshees, slowed down as the sample. And speaking of, I finally grabbed this on vinyl. I love this album, Through the Looking Glass. Bought it on CD when it came out. I love the story, the fact that Siouxsie, they covered this Wheels on Fire on here. She didn't even know it was a Bob Dylan song. She heard it by Julie Driscoll. And Julie Driscoll's version is super cool, so I can see how Siouxsie would be inspired by that to do this. But I love their version. And I love the fact that she found out after the fact that, yeah, you covered Dylan, girl. You got to give respect, I just really, those attitudes that we have to get over time where this is cool, that's not cool, punks thinking that prog was uncool. It was a lie all the time, because a lot of those punks were still listening to it secretly at home. I never stopped listening to what I like. Had been needing this on vinyl. Finally, Dark Magus, Miles Davis. It's a Four Men with Beards reissue. Not the greatest press. So the fuck what? I got it. Okay? People get all anal and stuff, and I can dig it, but I don't have the money to chase the finest pressings. I got to get what I can get. This is really crunchy, funky, and wild. To me, and I do think I'm not the only one, you can really hear the cocaine on this album, on these tracks, this area, Agartha, Pangea, Dark Magus. Besides the brilliant moments of brilliance, I also hear the cocaine just fucking with the brothers. And they could still throw down in spite of all the madness. I've done it myself, so I know. And I had a chance to pick this up, so I went ahead and grabbed it. Coil, music to play in the dark. Now, Coil is another band where I've had conflicting feelings about, not about their sexuality, but about some of the kind of fetishy stuff where it's like, yeah, this is not, your music is cool, but part of what's happening here is encouraging, to me, my mind to go places I'm not interested in going. So I have some Coil, but I sold a lot of Coil because of that, because of the actual, what it was bringing up in me. I like this. But also at the same time, now they put out this originally came out in 1999, and they've just reissued this in 2021. So there's a bunch of different versions of this on different types of vinyl. So this is the one that I got with the yellow splatter on clear. I do like this. It's interesting how it goes from different areas of music, all the way from doing a slightly Tangerine Dream bubbly modular thing to the kind of I don't know, the vocals. It's something about the way they deliver the vocals where it's like, I think they're intentionally trying to call something up. I don't know what, but I do like this album, and I'm glad I got it. Okay. That's where I got today. That's what I got to say today.